No one expected a Terran engineer to be the hero of the Battle of Severith. Least of all, Staff Sergeant Alan Rice. Alan wasn't a soldier, not really. He was a combat support tech, a fixer of machines, and a specialist in alien languages. His mission was simple: get in, repair the reactor shielding on the Coalition's flagship, and get out before the Krellian fleet turned them into cosmic dust. But the battle hadn't gone that way. The flagship's reactor went critical. The commanding officer was paralyzed. Alan, covered in coolant and alien slime, had sealed the breach manually by crawling inside a space not even the ship's smallest race could navigate. That move had saved 3,000 Coalition lives, and apparently in the Urati culture, that meant something significant. Very significant. 3 days after the battle, during a formal Coalition ceremony aboard the medical cruiser Lucidity, Alan stood in dress uniform, awkwardly holding a cup of something green and probably alcoholic. While an Urati delegation approached him, Urati were small, insectoid mammalian hybrids, barely a meter tall, with shimmering blue-green skin and oversized black eyes. Their leader, a decorated matriarch named Cyrilina, bowed deeply, then presented Alan with a live offering, a tiny Urati woman wrapped in ceremonial robes no taller than a child with bright, curious eyes and twitching antennae, for saving our bloodline, Cyrilina announced. We offer our most sacred gift, one who shall serve, protect, and remain bonded to you as is tradition. Alan blinked. Wait, what? The translator repeated it in 6 galactic dialects. Congratulations, whispered a Varelian admiral next to him, trying not to laugh. You've been wife-gifted. Wife what? Back on the transport, Alan tried to explain. Tried to. Decline. Tried to reason. But the little Urati woman who introduced herself as Tylee clung to his leg with a kind of determination only a culture steeped in ancient oaths could possess. I am yours, she chirped. You saved the Heart Fleet. I am bond give. I clean, I cook, I fight. Alan sighed. You don't have to do any of that. She tilted her head. Then I follow. Always. And she did got everywhere. Dot to the ship's mess? She sat under the table. To engineering? She rode in his toolbox. To the shower? Okay, she respected that boundary dash barely. She even slept curled up on his bunk like a kitten with a plasma knife. At first, Alan tried to get reassignment. He filed with the Coalition Office of Cultural Affairs, then with Human Services. The reply was consistent. Breaking Urati bond gifts is considered a grave insult. Denial could trigger war reparations or formal challenges. Alan stared at the message. So I'm stuck with a tiny alien woman forever? Tylee, reading, over his shoulder, blinked up at him. It's sad. I do better. I am learning jokes. She cleared her throat. What is squishy, bright, and explodes when hugged too hard? Alan hesitated. What? Me, but only if hugged wrong. She giggled. Alan did in single quotes T. Then came the ambush on the mining colony at Cygnus 12. Alan was off duty, escorting civilians to a safe zone when Krellian drones breached the outer perimeter. He was unarmed, outnumbered, and cornered until Tylee stepped in. From her cloak, she pulled 2 microblades, scaled a wall like a spider, and dropped down, with enough precision and savagery to make a space marine sweat. By the time security arrived, all the drones were shredded, and Tylee was calmly straightening Alan's uniform, her antennae twitching with worry. I protect, she said, simply. Bond means defend. Alan stared at her. You killed 5 Krellian enforcers. She blinked. Was that bad? I tried to kill 6. From then on, something shifted. He started listening when she talked. She shared stories of her homeworld, of the ancient bonding rituals, of how her people wove silk from the moon hives and trained in stealth from age 4. He taught her Terran sarcasm and how to fix a coolant valve. They became a team, the crew. Got used to seeing her dart between cansos or jump into vents before an explosion. She saved lives. She even built her own custom armor less than half a meter tall, with booster packs and retractable blades, and she still clung to his leg. Whenever he stood still long enough, "Why the leg thing?" he finally asked one day. She tilted her head. "It's symbolic. In old Urarti culture, bondmates anchor to the warrior's strongest limb. My leg? Strong, reliable, also warm." Months later, at another medal ceremony, the coalition honored Alan again, this time alongside Teely. As the crowd applauded, she stood proudly on his boot, both arms folded. "Still want me gone?" she whispered. Alan chuckled, resting a hand on her tiny helmet. "Nah, I think I missed the clingy part." Her antennae twitched happily. Phi, because no matter the species, humanity adapts. And sometimes, love comes in small, sharp packages.